Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Beavers will kick it away to start. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Broncos offense will get the first crack at it here. And here's the man they'll try to feed the football to no matter what. The offense set for a first down play. Dropping back, it's McCoy. Looking left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can...
The expressway is wide open. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Beavers! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. You want to see quick strike ability? It was epitomized there. 2 plays, 80 yards, touchdown on the board. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Looking to move it through the air. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on it.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Broncos will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Boise to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above the Smurf turf.
And the Broncos will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. After the misfire, now on second down. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. They're bringing heat. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were... The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He wants a big play here late. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. He makes the catch. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. After the misfire, it's second down. Looking downfield, it's McCoy. He's not afraid to go deep. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Oh, he wants it all. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. And there were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. Today, an in-state battle between a couple of teams from the state of California, both hoping to claim a golden victory. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the California Golden Bears, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Golden Bears will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So USC's offense takes the field. He is the man, David, that they build this entire... They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing it.
A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. The incompletion on first down. Now they face a 2nd and 10 from the 31. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. A quick pass to the left. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that... Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run play action. Unloads to the right. It's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Looking for the score. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You want your defenders to be physical in pass coverage, but they can't be overly aggressive. They can't grab and hold. That's an obvious PI call. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Quarterback keeps it. Touchdown, Cal! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football.
It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium, everyone, the home of the Fresno State Bulldogs. And for a team whose mantra is anytime, any place, anywhere, it's always good to be home. And these fans have shown out for the clash we have ahead of us. Today, a Golden State clash as two teams from the state of California try to claim some bragging rights. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Bruins will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Fresno State's offense is on the field for the first time today. And there he is, a man. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to two very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on, keep working on them, keep developing. Those things you do well.
When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. So the Boise State Broncos offense will have the first possession of the game. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage, he's open, zone coverage, he's open. If he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
Throwing right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You can tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see.
And here comes the punt team. Takes it on the return. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Unloads it downfield. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
That's a great job by the DB playing the ball in the air. You see it all the time. DBs kind of get turned around. The wide receiver goes up and makes a catch. No, sir. DB, great position, knocks the ball down for an incompletion.
The defense is up against it now, man. You're playing on the road. It's a hostile environment. It's late in the game. Someone's got to step up and make a play. Nice job there knocking that one down.
Going over the top. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end. You need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
And you can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA. Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. So Washington State's offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience.
And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. On that play. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in San Antonio as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip. And with that, let's send it back to the guys.
Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at them any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse. Bright lights sitting on to set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. Today we're set for a clash between these 2 rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the Fresno State Bulldogs taking on the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So UNLV's offense will start this game off. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense. He always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
Offense set on first down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They move the tight end all over. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Nevada Wolfpack, taking on the 16th-ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Broncos will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Crawford. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wolfpack offense takes the field, and we'll get a look at them first. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
He'll try to do it himself. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Need to get that one back. Nevada set to kick off to start the third quarter. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some...
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Lewis to throw. He spins that thing down the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws for the tight end. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He's taking the shot. Fires and picked off.
Quarterbacks, it's not just about speed. Like, listen, man-to-man, you just come up, get your man, I got it, right? I run all over the field with him. But when you play zone coverages, I got to understand what it is. And I got to understand my assignment. I got to get deep in cover 3 zone. That's my third of the field. The cornerback does a really good job understanding zone principle, taking off, and making the INT.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now.
Come on, set.
They'll go to the air. He's got it for the 2, and we're all tied up. So here we go, dueling 2-point conversions from this point forward. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2. So now they'll need to answer to keep this game alive. Lewis wants to pass. They can't convert. A great stop by the defense and a game-winning one here in overtime. This is one of the best games we've called this season, a thriller, and it comes down to the wire here in overtime.
I could watch these two teams play another 6 times this year, just back and forth, trading blows, offenses coming up with explosive plays, big hits all over the field. David, this is what college football is all about.
No doubt. I love your excitement, but where's the defensive measures? Some good defense out there, too, there, homeboy. I know it's not just offenses that get you excited. Some defensive plays, too. Nip and tuck the whole game, decide in overtime, crushing Colts.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Bright lights city, gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Sun Devils will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Rebels offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out. Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Line gets set, first down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Douglas. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Hold it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
To be honest, both of these offenses played as if they were waist deep in mud. Plenty of struggles, and they come up just short in this one.
Definitely a defensive struggle here. So the good news for this team is you like what you saw on that side of the football, guys making plays, but the offense has got to be able to pick it up. You've got to be able to find ways to generate explosive plays and generate points. They couldn't do it.
And it's very frustrating for a defense when you see your offense time and time again not come through. They did their job. Offense next time just has to do a lot better.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cougars offense will get the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, you want to talk about building confidence, coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, Welcome to Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego, California, home to the Aztecs of San Diego State. Being in San Diego is never a bad thing, and it's even better when you have a matchup like this one. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on another team from the Mountain West, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Bulldogs offense will get the first possession of the game. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys. The Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. And the timing just a hair off. For a quarterback, those mechanics need to be second nature, but sometimes they can get a little rushed.
Yeah, and we've seen that. We've had spin sessions on the fields before games with Jesse, and just gets on that back foot a lot and just can't stay consistent.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for a long time.
Welcome to Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego, California, home to the Aztecs of San Diego State. Being in San Diego is never a bad thing, and it's even better when you have a matchup like this one. Today, an in-state battle between a couple of teams from the state of California, both hoping to claim a golden victory. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the California Golden Bears, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Golden Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Aztecs offense will take the first swing of the game. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that we're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Broncos will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. So the Utah Utes offense takes the field for the first time today. This has an old school feel to it. They'll run this play from the pistol. Trying play action. Trying to get to him. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
This defense...
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple...
Welcome to Berkeley in California Memorial Stadium, where this crowd has been in since early in the day, saying, you know it, you tell the story, you tell the whole world that this is Bear territory. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on a team from the ACC, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Golden Bears will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Arizona's offense will get the first crack at it here. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field. My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here, we're bouncing around, we're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great win for this team to go out and do it in overtime. That's the type of game that fans are going to be talking about for a long time, David.
Yeah, right. If you know Reese Davis, that is not happening, but we got a free game that was awesome, back and forth, nip and tuck. And
For decades, if things get a little tough around Tucson, only 2 words are necessary. Bear down. And that's what the Arizona Wildcats hope to do in front of their homestanding fans today. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Broncos will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Wildcats offense takes the field. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just Second down coming up. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And this to tie things up in the final minute. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
I love the confidence this coach has in his young kicker to trot him out there, try to tie the game up with under a minute to go. And the kid's got tremendous leg talent, just couldn't execute that field goal.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There was some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football.
Welcome, everyone, to Logan, Utah and the Beehive State. We're here at Maverick Stadium, home to the Utah State Aggies, and eager for this clash. Today, these two teams square off in what should be an exciting Mountain West showdown. As we'll see, the UNLV Rebels taking on the Utah State Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Rebels will kick it away to start. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Utah State's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right.
Less than half minute to play here in the half. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's James. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. Nothing but green ahead. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Rebel.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to get that momentum.
Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse Palmer. Welcome to Laramie, Wyoming, and one of the highest elevations you will find in all of college football. And it is home to the Wyoming Cowboys, and they have a taste for the spicy brown mustard. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. And the Cowboys will put total leather and will get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's looking to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Still on the 35-yard line. They'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's for... Got it! Touchdown!
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the middle. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Throws to the wideout. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. A strong tackle and wrap. Both of these offense sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer, if they made one of those back then, and ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute here today, Dave.
And it's frustrating because you want to make those plays, especially offensively, but you got to find the rhythm. You got to find something you do well and kind of stick to it. That offense couldn't find anything they did really well, and that's why they couldn't put points on the board.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Broncos will kick it off to get us underway. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Washington Huskies offense will have the first possession of the game. And here comes their leader, Jesse. He just has a way of... Offense getting set for first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Right down the middle. He's got it. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Dropping back, it's Rodgers. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That is just a sideline credit. Throw. Against the backdrop of the spectacular Rocky Mountains on the outskirts of Colorado Springs, home to some of our nation's best and brightest at the United States Air Force Academy. And when they're not learning to fly, they're getting ready for battles on the gridiron. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams, taking on a fellow Mountain West foe, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Falcons will boot it away to start the game. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. So Colorado State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes this quarterback, this entire... There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our... Bright lights city, gonna set my soul on fire. Welcome to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world and home to the running rebels of UNLV. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Buffaloes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the UNLV Rebels offense will start this game off. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice.
Welcome to Fort Collins, Colorado, home to the Colorado State Rams, settled at just over 5,000 feet, and we have a game that will live up to the altitude. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on another team from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest...
When you see that field of blue, you know it can be only one place in the world. Boise, Idaho, on the campus of Boise State and home to the fabled giant killers, the Boise State Broncos. Today, we're set for a clash between these two rivals from the Mountain West. As we'll see, the San Jose State Spartans taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Spartans will kick it away first. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Boise State's offense will get the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. He turns that loose down the right side. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense got... Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Going for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, San Jose State. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, in the secondary, make that big play.
Welcome, everyone, to the farm in Palo Alto, home to the Stanford Cardinal and to legends such as Elway, Luck, and McCaffrey, all of whom went through battles like the one we'll see in this one. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team from the ACC, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Broncos will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game. Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man by himself. Open runway ahead. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Feeling some heat. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, a typical first-rate broadcast so far today from Syracuse. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline.
second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw, it's Daniels. He wants it all. And it's caught for a touchdown, and that might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Looking back on it, this game probably falls precisely into the definition of a trap game. Trap was set, sprung, and the underdogs come up with the win.
And that's why we go, you know what? I don't take your rankings. I'm not worried about your rankings. They don't matter to me. We're going to go out and beat this team. We're better than this team. A lot of time those rankings don't mean a lot to a lot of people. And you can tell it didn't mean a lot to this team, and that's why they came out and pulled the upset.
Absolutely, David. I mean, that's why you play the games. This team knew they had to come out. They were going to have to put their best foot forward in order to get the W. They did just that. They're talented. They're obviously motivated. I can't wait to see how they follow this up in their next game.
That's going to... Boulder, Colorado, one of the most picturesque locations in the world, let alone for college football, and you will see plenty of Buffaloes roaming here. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Buffaloes will put total leather to crank us up. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll be out of bounds short of the 25 at the 22-yard line. The Cowboys offense will get the first possession of the game. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. That was an eyelash away from being... Bad offense, good defense, no scoring. That's pretty much what we had in this one as they come up short in a bit of a slogfest.
Yeah, and most of the time in college football, it's the opposite, right? You don't defense optional. Offense scores so many points. This one, back and forth. Offense is struggling, trying to make plays. Defense has put on a great effort.
And a lot of issues for this offense in this game today, obviously. And I think the coaching staff now really needs to take a look at how they're game planning and how they're going to give their players an opportunity to have success. It may be time now to start changing some things up a little bit.
Welcome, everyone, to University Stadium, home to the Lobos of the University of New Mexico, and the fans here are fired up for this clash. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the New Mexico State Aggies, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the New Mexico Lobos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Incomplete on fourth down, and they say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right, and I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much.
Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. Kickoff team out there set to boot it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Stanford Cardinal offense will take the field for the first possession of the day. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, first down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Power football with the run. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line. 2 minutes now. The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. To the air, it's Sanders. Got him, and nobody's close. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. And now, 4th quarter, 4-down territory almost certainly as they get ready to try to grab the lead. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly. Into the end zone, and it is grabbed for the score, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
And that drive right there is exactly what you dream about. That's how you want your offense to perform. Under a clutch situation, you take the ball down the field, get the score, and now an extra point away from taking the lead late in this ball.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. From inside his own 15, looking for room. He's just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that